I see your dirty face, hide behind your collar, but it's done in vain. Truth is hard to swallow, so you pray to God, to justice this time.
Yeah, for those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat or the mic. He feels so unlike everybody.
Tip off their passes.
Oh, what a move by PlayStation Johnson in the lane. Second field goal has 4.
I love that nickname, PlayStation.
I don't even know a PlayStation. I never played a PlayStation.
My kids have it.
You didn't have one.
No.
TJ Carter back on the floor, number 2. Traffic basket by Taylor Law. Blake.
Again, this is a team that has just a great mindset. They're giving up good shots to get great shots. They'll make the extra pass. They have a nice flow in what they're trying to do offensively.
Johnson. That's a long 2. Well, weak side rebound, your bonus. Pushing it up the floor is Greg Johnson. To Greg Johnson, numbers there. Johnson high dribble behind his back to Jenkins.
Greg Johnson going to the line for Hofstra. Pat Kennedy not liking the amount of contact that's been called here in the first half. Read his lips at one point. I think it was more fouls. More fouls.
Greg Johnson, the senior, nicknamed PlayStation. He's out of Harlem, 63% on the season. Knocks down 2 of 2. It's his first 2 of the game. He's the one guy on the team that has more assists to turnovers. Came in 54 assists, only 34 turnovers. Nice number. He's got 18. He's got his average. More importantly, though, Hofstra's down by 1. And Joe, you and I were kidding with Charles Jenkins before the game. I said, how many are you going to score today? As Johnson went for the script and he called for the foul. He said, you're going to drop 25, 28. What are you going to do today? And he looked at you and said, we're going to win. That's a team guy. That's the guy.
Take a lead, including right now, but without their go-to guy, the offense has been a little bit spotty.
Ziggy Shostakis back on the floor, number 3. Washington from deep.
And you can see where the Dragons miss Dominic Mejia. Offensively, forces by guys in places they're not used to scoring from. And what a matchup inside. Now it's Crawford who puts it back in Uter's face, only to see the Dragons turn it over.
Johnson with a great steal, and Greg Johnson with an acrobatic finish. For those of you just tuning in, Drexel's top gun dominates.
It's 7-0 in favor of this Georgia State Panthers team. Johnson tied up left baseline. Kick it out. Wide open look. Jenkins. Three-pointer for...
Now Johnson trying to set it up. And they'll run Agudio baseline. They'll have him curl off screens. Now you have Hawthorne on Agudio. Hawthorne's the team's best perimeter defender.
That is Nathaniel Lester wearing number 1 in blue, the freshman from Brooklyn, New York. With Agudio, the shot clock to 5. Greg Johnson's got to do something. He'll take it to the hole and finish. That's Greg Johnson with the hustle play that Glenn Consor mentioned. So we've got 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first half. The Hofstra Pride in possession and with a 4-point lead. And still no points from Antoine Agudio. Greg Johnson, he's open. Why not take it?
Well, you see how aggressive on the ball Drexel is. They're scraping, they're scrapping, they're using their hands, they're getting deflections.
Greg Johnson, the kick into the corner for Jenkins. Gap to 3.
Agudio or Johnson. Because Dane Johnson's getting easy offensive baskets, putbacks upon that penetration.
Dane Johnson read this lead. Greg Johnson, the left handoff glass, and the Dragons
holding on to lead.
I mentioned Ovanecki had been quiet since that first half. That is his first bucket of the second half, and it's a big one to slice the lead to 4. Push out for Greg Johnson.
Very
A
nice.
beautiful stroke. It's a 2.